The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing good. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday morning. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's in it, up in it, ready to go for this market. Big day today, man. We got a lot of stuff going on today. We got the FOMC meeting minutes that are going to be released this afternoon. We got the Bitcoin 2025 conference that's going on right now in Las Vegas. We got a bunch of stuff that's getting released at the Bitcoin conference. Well, talked about, I should say. Not necessarily released and done, but definitely talked about and ready to go. We have market updates. We got the market in a seesaw battle right now in between the bulls and the bears. We have altcoins that are some that are moving, some that are getting ready to move, it looks like, some that are getting ready to take off. So, man, we've got a ton of stuff going on in these markets. We've got stock market looking pretty good this morning, turning around as the morning moves on as well. So there is a lot of stuff going on. Looks like altcoins are they're setting themselves up. We're just sitting back waiting patiently for this altcoin season really to pop off. But you know, they are setting themselves up. Good morning, Junior. How are you, brother? How are you, my brother? How are you? I hope you're doing well. We'll go ahead. We're going to step right in. We're going to get right after this thing, guys, this morning. And keep you guys for about an hour, and we'll get in here and we'll get out of here, and we'll do our thing. So fair ground, how are you, my brother? Good morning, good early afternoon to you, my man. How are you doing, my brother? We got the Asian markets closed all in red today. European markets over there where my man Fairground and Ken are at. They're trading in red right now, man. They're dumping. Fairground and Ken are dumping the markets over there right now, taking all their crypto, taking all the profits out of the market, putting it in crypto. Got the United States markets, guys. This when I first woke up, these things were red, and they're starting to turn around. They're starting to turn green, which is a good sign for trading as we wake up this morning. You got Elon Musk pissed off at the White House right now, not liking where the budget bill is, but more importantly, we got the United States market sitting over here, waiting really for the FOMC meeting minutes and the NVIDIA earnings, which come out at the end of the trading day today. You have NVIDIA reporting, which is a huge reporting day for AI and all tech stocks, really, because these earnings are big. NVIDIA is the last one of the Mag 7 to report. And they are big. You got SpaceX over here launching rockets. Elon's over there playing his video games, launching rockets. So, you know, everything is good in the markets right now. You know, as far as trading goes, I know the Asian and the European markets are down a little bit, but they didn't really tank, right? And we got gold over here on the move to the upside, which means the dollar is weakening. You see it in red right here. The United States dollar is weakening against the rest of the trading pairs, which is actually a good thing for crypto. So we really like where the market looks right now. So you got NVIDIA is actually doing well. Apple came out yesterday and did pretty well after Trump kind of backed off of his stance. What's up, Selmo? Good morning, my brother. Trump backed off of his stance of Apple and the big tariffs that they wanted to put on that. So Apple stocks absolutely took off yesterday. But the big thing in the markets today are the NVIDIA earnings right now that are coming out for the stock market wise. The NVIDIA earnings that are coming out at the close of trading and the FOMC meeting minutes that are coming out later on this afternoon. So, excuse me. Ken, good morning, my brother. Good early afternoon to you, my brother. So, yeah, pay attention to the NVIDIA earnings. Pay attention to the FOMC meeting minutes that are coming out today. But, Apple stocks went on a ride yesterday after Trump came out and kind of backed off a little bit. So, if you're in Apple and you bought the dip, you're doing pretty damn well today. Getting over here to the crypto market. We're the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 68 right now. Not doing too bad. Not back up in the 70s where we were, but we're still in greed, right? 68, we're still in greed. We're still doing our thing. Bitcoin's still performing. But look at guys, we're back in Bitcoin season. We keep fluctuating between Bitcoin and altcoin season, according to this index right here, 24 out of 100. And this is what I've been cautioning you guys about is when we go into altcoin season, we're just tiptoeing into altcoin season. So we're not fully into altcoin season yet. And this is what's going on. Everybody's kind of, altcoin season. We're just not there yet, right? Bitcoin's still running this market, right? They're going to run this market. There is some projects that are moving in altcoins that we're going to get into that I think are phenomenal. $3.42 trillion market cap. Trading sideways right now, boy. Look at this chart. We are definitely trading sideways right now, which is good because you're building this level right here, right? You're building up and building up and building up at 3.442 trillion. We're building this nice support level right here, which should be setting up for a nice move to the upside. A nice move. Michael, good morning. Good morning. So we should be setting up to a nice move to the upside here on this market cap of 3.42 trillion. It's trading between 3.42 and 3. Let's call it. Where are we at here? 3.4, 3.48. Somewhere up in there is the range that it's kind of setting itself up in right now with its total overall market cap. So kind of playing around there. But man, Bitcoin 2025 in Vegas has got some good news coming, guys. They've had some good news on day one. QNT. We're going to get into QNT. That is one of the tokens I do want to get in. We are going to talk about today because we definitely have gone on a nice little ride right there. But we definitely have the ETF inflows and outflows here. Didn't put in a bad day yesterday. We're kind of looking at a Bitcoin positive inflow sitting at 434.7 million. Not bad. Almost $500 million, somewhere up in there. And then you look at the Ethereum positive ETF inflows, looking at 38 million, which is kind of an uptick for Ethereum actually. So that's kind of a good thing. And your total overall ETF inflows into Bitcoin and Ethereum, $473.5 million. So definitely not bad at all. We're trying to get back up here to this one right here. This is where we want to see it. We want to see this $1 billion of inflows right here. That's kind of where we want to see it. I think that's going to be good. You see the Bitcoin dominance starting to tick back up to that 63.1%. Like I said, we're back in Bitcoin season according to the chart. 63 is kind of Bitcoin season, right? Anytime you get above 63, you're back in Bitcoin season. Got that dominance at 63% right now. 63.1. Ethereum dominance at 9.2%. I want to see this thing go up 10%. That'll kind of officially put us in the altcoin season around 10% there. But we are working our way up. Fuck crypto. No, we love crypto, baby. So yeah, we're moving to the positive side, right? I think this market has really set itself up to go sideways for a little while and then move definitely to the upside here. So I think we're moving pretty good, pretty good. So when we look at what's happening on chain, right now, you look at BSC at $11.3 billion of 24-hour trading volume. BSC is blowing the doors off of everybody. This used to be Solana, but BSC right now is definitely in the lead. You got Solana only coming in at 2.7 billion. We say 2.7 billion on chain as if that's chump change, and it's really not. That's a lot of volume. But when you look at it at compared to 11.3 billion that BSC is getting, it's kind of that's they're getting beat. They're getting beat up pretty good right now. You got Ethereum coming in at third at 2.3 billion. You got Base coming in at 4, just under, well, not just under a billion, 905 million dollars 24-hour volume right now. They dropped underneath that $1 billion mark. Kind of was hoping that Base would stay there. We got this little token that we talk about right here, and Arbitrum coming in at number 5. Which I think is going to be absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. So my boy Scottish is in the building. What's up, Scottish? Good morning, my brother, man. Good morning. Good morning. SPX 6900. Yes, we are going to take a look at that because that thing went on an absolute ride yesterday, man. Yes, Circle is going to go for its IPO. We talked about that here, right? We talked about that a little bit on this channel, where I said that why I didn't understand why Circle was putting itself out for sale, and had Coinbase and Ripple bidding for Circle when it had an open IPO that was sitting on the SEC's desk. That didn't make a lot of sense that they were doing that. So we're going to see. And I think the IPO, they're shooting to open that IPO right around $25 to $26, which I think is probably a fair price for that IPO. So I don't see where Circle is gonna go ahead and complete this sale to either Coinbase or Ripple. I could be wrong. This could all be part of the game where Circle gets its IPO and then sells out to Ripple, and now Ripple's a publicly traded company. That's a theory that's been floated out there a little bit, but I don't know. I don't think you go through the IPO process and then make the sale. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. But there's bigger money at play than what we know about, so we'll wait and see where this thing's going to go. But Circle's definitely going to launch its IPO, which I think puts to bed all of the talk of Circle being for sale. What's the deal with Quant? Quant's at RWA, baby. We're gonna get into a lot of that. Quant's been suppressed for a little while. I think the lizard people really needed to get into Quant and really needed to build their bags on the downside for Quant. And then once they took their foot off the neck of Quant, you seen Quant really go. But Quant was trading around 120 or so before I think the lizard people started to suppress it. So we talk a lot about RWAs here, right? So I thought it was important kind of for us to look at some of these RWA tokens and where they're at in market cap, and because RWAs are the future of crypto, trading stocks and bonds on a chain. On chain is really the future of crypto and where crypto's going. And you see BlackRock backing it and everybody else backing this thing. So when you look at the RWA tokens by market cap, you got Chainlink 1, Avalanche 2, XLM coming in at 3. You got Hedera coming in at 4. Ondo, which I'm a big supporter of Ondo, backed by BlackRock. I think that this thing's going to absolutely explode, coming in at number 5. VeChain coming in at 6. Algorand coming in at 7. Algorand is so up and down for me. I own some of that. But then you have the Sky token, which is relatively new. newer to the top 100, but it's definitely climbing up the charts when it comes to RWA. It's relatively newer to the top 100, so watch out for Sky Token. Seems to be getting some ground. Seems to be it seems to be catching the eye of a lot of people. You got injectable here, and then you got quant, right, sitting here, sitting right here, doing its thing up to 119 right now, and then XDC right underneath quant, right. And when it comes to market cap, you got this pendulum, which kind of messes around in the top 100 for the most part, drops out, comes back in. So low market cap here that you may be able to scoop some in. You got Polygon sitting here too. Boy, Polygon's got themselves in a mess right now. It's just they look at it and they've got people leaving their company. It just is what it is. Excuse me, man. My throat is dry this morning. If you're not buying quant at its all-time high, you're leaving money on the table. Quant, you gotta hold some quant. Even if you don't hold quant, even if you hold it on a leverage play, I think you think you'll be doing okay. You got the ZBEC token right here. Everybody seems to be talking about. I'm not that high on ZBEC. I'm not really that high on ZBEC. I know a lot of people are talking about it. It's in the RWA space. I don't know. I did a little bit of research into ZBEC. I'm not that high on it. I don't understand what all the hype's about. I don't understand why everybody's on this particular project as being the next coming of Jesus. I don't see it. Not something I have any of my money into. Sitting at 204 right now. We look at this thing, and I know a ton of people out here talking about it, and I'm not going to sit here and dog the project or anything like that. It's just something. I don't know. When I did my research on it, I didn't see the value that some of these other projects bring with the ZBEC token. They have a lot of uphill challenges that they're going to have to deal with in order to make this thing move, and they're going to have a lot of problems trying to gain some market share in the market that they're in, right? And what separates ZBEC from everybody else? Not a lot. There's not a lot that separates it. Right now, this is a lot of people are hyping this thing up. I just don't see it. I don't see the actual value that everybody else sees. I mean, not to say that the project's terrible, because I think it may go. I could be wrong. This thing may go, but when I look at this project, I just don't see. I don't see them got what they're trying to do. I don't see it really. They got challenges. They got a lot of challenges. Word on the street say goes EBT ZBEC. Yeah, that's one of the things that I seen too, Scottish, is ZBEC. They're really top heavy when it comes to holdings. They're really top heavy when it comes to holders. There's a lot of big wallets in there, and they're not exchanges. These are actual holders. There's a lot of big wallets in there, and usually when you're in a project and you see a project with the majority of their supply sitting in the top 10, top 20. There could be some massive dumps coming your way, and you good luck. Trying to withstand that dump, right? Or you could have some massive whales in there that just never dump. I mean, it's a 50-50 chance, right, that you take when you get into a project with that's that top heavy, right? And it would be different if the majority of the top wallets were centralized exchanges, right? Because that's what you would expect to see. But they're not. They're actual holders. So, we'll see what ZBEC does. I mean, it's one of these things that I just caution people. I know everybody's out here talking about it. I know that a lot of people are making videos about it. They're looking at it. They're looking at it as the next best thing to Jesus. But there's some issues with this project and these holders, right? And wallets and just how much of the market share can they really gain? I don't. That's a tough sell, right? Getting over here. Let's get into a little bit of price action. Look, we're talking about quant. You're looking at quant sitting here at 119 right now, 119.07. Coming up from about $95 yesterday all the way up to 119. Hey, look, we said it on this channel. We said it on this channel plenty of times. Me and Selmo have been standing on the table, banging about quant. Is look, when this thing gets ready to go, it's gonna go. And this is one of the projects that are going to start bringing all of these blockchains together from the ISO 2025 standpoint. It's going to start bringing a lot of these blockchains together, and it's not a blockchain, it's actually software that allows these to talk to each other and be interoperable. And they have a lot of partnerships. They have a lot of testing behind them. And when this thing goes, we said when this thing's gonna go, it's gonna go. And sitting at 119.12 right now, will it be able to hold on in this market at 119? I don't know. We'll see. But it was sitting at $95 yesterday, and it took a massive ride to the upside today. I'm a big fan of quant. I've been a big fan of quant for a long time. When we started talking about ISOs, I'm going to continue to be a big fan of quant, even if it pulls back to 100 or whatever. I'm still going to be a fan of quant. I think that quant's going to play a big role in the ISO rollout. I think that the lizard people have gained their supply, or the majority of supply that they want to gain, and now they've actually released the suppression of the price. And here we go. And the other one that took a massive run yesterday that we talk about a lot here is SPX 6900. It's up to 98 cents, trying to push that dollar mark. I kept saying to you guys at 30 cents, SPX 6900 is nothing to play with. It's running with Pepe. It's running neck for neck with Pepe. The community was strong. The distribution of holders were evenly distributed amongst, all the way down through. And when we looked at SPX 6900, what we seen was that it's cross-chained as well. So, you got it on a bunch of different chains that are all pegged to each other. So people are trading it on different chains, and it's pegged to the price. So I tried to tell you, SPX 6900, it's nothing. This project right here, people are sleeping on it. I don't know how much more we could have beat this into you. But when you look at it, it's right here, 150, $1.50 a year ago. I mean, we got the year chart up right now. You look at it at about $1.50 in the middle of the bear market, right? 155 or so, and it's starting to push that dollar mark again. So up to 98 cents. So SPX 6900. I hope you guys got a little bag of that as we were trying to beat it into your head. And I'm gonna be be here banging on SPX 6900. Yeah, we tried to tell him, Scottish. Like I tried, man. Months and months. That this project was gonna move. It literally, you could have took Pepe's chart and overlaid it with SPX 6900 chart, and you wouldn't have been able to tell the difference, right? They would have literally been candle for candle the same. And now you see SPX start to pretty much kind of outperform Pepe a little bit. on the past 24 hours and really start to break out, right? So, this project, man, this project's nothing to play with right now. When it comes to meme coins, it's not a low market cap, right? This isn't something that you jump into and you're worried about. You're really worried about a rug and anything like that, but it's got a ton of room to move, right? And when we look at SPX 6900, we're going to go ahead and look at it from the meme coin perspective, right? It's sitting here at 79 right now. It's up 2% on the day. It's up 10.4% 2% on the hour, 10.4% on the day, 32% on the week. And then we come up here and we're going to look at Pepe, and Pepe's struggling a little bit right now, up 1% on the day, down 1.9%. 1.1% on the hour, down 1.5% on the day, and only up 0.5% on the week, which you're going to expect from Pepe that it's going to have that pullback. It had a nice run back up, but it's had a little bit of a pullback. So I kind of expected that. I still believe that Pepe is going to go ahead and take this this number 2 spot over from SHIB, but SPX is the one that's sitting down here, right here at 79, that has probably everybody above it. It probably has the most room, in my opinion, to run for the percent gains. As far as market cap goes, as far as holders go, all that stuff. So that's kind of why I've been banging on the table for this one. So obviously it's performing well. We'll see where it goes today. I do expect it to pull back a little bit today. As people wake up and they see this massive 10% run up, I think some people will probably start to clip some profits. So you may see it struggle a little bit today, but that's just part of trading, right? That's just how it works, right? You gotta, you're gonna run. People are gonna take profits, and then you get that next push to the upside. You got Bitcoin sitting right now at 108,800 right now. Ethereum sitting at 2,600, $2,645. Ethereum's actually looking pretty damn good right now at 26. Like where Ethereum's at. XRP struggling a little bit at $2.30. Kind of expected this struggle with XRP until the ETFs are out. Because what's that next leg up for XRP? It's really the spot ETFs, right? That's that next leg up for XRP. That's what it needs to really move this market cap. And they're coming. They'll come this summer. I think they're coming. Solana sitting at 173, not doing too bad. We looked at the on-chain data. You've seen that BNB basically BSC was kind of blowing the doors off of everybody right now, and you see it in the price, $685. You see that on-chain movement, and you see BSC and BNB really on the move, blowing the doors off really everybody. ADA 75 cents, holding strong at 75 cents. Like Cardano there, Tron's holding at 27 cents right now, and Tron's holding in there, 27 cents, setting that new floor. In Caspa, Caspa to me has underperformed this market, right? Caspa to me it's been a disappointment from where it is, from where the speculation was on Caspa. It's really been an underperformer when it comes to blockchains. Caspa's got a lot of room to move to the upside because it's underperformed the market so far. But I do think that Caspa has a nice run that's coming, just because it's underperformed so much up to this point. I do think that Caspa is a catch. I call it a catch-up trade, right? Caspa is going to catch the market. It's going to take off. It's going to catch the market on a catch-up trade. But man, it needs to come on. It needs to come on pretty quickly. Because right now their on-chain data isn't looking too good, and they need to they need to get some movement over there. Kevin O, Kevin O'Leary. Uh, yeah, Kevin O'Leary's on the board for Circle. That's not a good thing. So that's not a great thing. It's a good thing because he'll push it, right? On all of his channels, on all of his outlets, news outlets, and all that stuff. But Kevin O is usually a sell signal, man. Hit that like button. Yeah, I always forget that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, guys. Really appreciate it. Channel really appreciates it. So please do that and help support the channel. Even if you're just in the background listening, go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that share button as well. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Pie not doing too bad, 74 cents. Took a pull back, but not doing too bad. It's kind of an up and down movement for Pie right now. It gets a big move to the upside. People sell off on it. Gets another big move. Ondo, 94 cents right now. I'd like to see Ondo over $1 again, but again, I think that this is a lizard people too. They're suppressing this Ondo price. I think that they're just gaining and holding more Ondo. I do think that much like Quant, when Ondo's ready to explode, it's going to go. I think Ondo's got at least a $10 price tag on it all day long. That's eating, and that's a low estimate. How about H bar? Love H bar. Love H bar. Think H bar is going to absolutely explode when the ISO tokens are actually rolled out and ready to go. I hold H bar, hold a lot of H bar. Love H bar. Think with real world tokenized assets and H bar and AI verification with H bar, they are going to absolutely move. And I don't think that we've even seen what H bar is capable of doing at this point. But when H bar is fully released and ready to go, I think that H bar is going to presently surprise a lot of people who have been sleeping on it. Here's Casper right now sitting at 10 cents. Let's pull Casper up, right? So you guys can see what I'm talking about. Right now, Casper on the day, obviously on the downside, right? On the week, when we look at it on the week, it's still in a downtrend, right? When we look at it in the month, it's not doing too bad. It's just trading kind of sideways here for the month, right? When you look at it right here, right around 10 cents. When you look at this thing over a year, right? This is bear market territory, right? Casper's half of what it was right here. It was sitting at 20 cents right now. So literally it's cut in half from where it was sitting right here, right now. So like I said, Casper will run. It'll run back up to this 20-cent level. There's no doubt about it. But, that's a 50% gain. But this is what I mean by this: underperform the market. Just look at it on the month, look at it on the week. We haven't had a terrible week in crypto. And when you look at that on the week, that doesn't look like the rest of them look. And so it's kind of underperformed a little bit, but it's what we call a catch-up trade. It'll get there. But Casper needs more volume. They need more volume on our chain. Volume equals price when it comes to these blockchains. Volume equals price. So the more volume you have, the more price action you have. The further your price goes up. No volume or low volume, price goes down. It's just, it's when you get to these layer ones, it's just that simple. You don't need to read in it any more than that. The ASI, FET play, the AI play, sitting here at 88 cents right now. Got up to 90 cents yesterday. Happy with where that is. I think that's going to be another big mover in this market right now. So when we come over here, we look at the Sway, kind of issues that they had with their liquidity providers. How are their projects doing now as they try to fight their way out of that? You got Walrus sitting here at 57 cents uh, as it fights its way out of that liquidity at that liquidity dump, right? And then you have Lofi, which I don't have up here right now, which is definitely trying to fight its way out as well. So they're still struggling a little bit over there on Sway to fight their way back out of that liquidity dump that happened, right? And not a good situation for them to be in. But the actual token itself over here in SUI is hanging on better than what you would think after this liquidity dump, sitting at $3.68. Hasn't busted back up to that $4 mark since that happened, but I do think it's slowly starting to work its way back up. But that's a massive thing to come back from. I mean, you lose a lot. You lose a lot of credibility when things like that happen. And then you have Airdrome over there on a base chain. It's not performing that well. 58 cents. It's again another one that's underperforming the market right now. And we'll see where it goes. But this thing's gonna go as the base chain goes. This thing will go. So definitely, we shall see where them go. Definitely gonna get interesting. That's my boy Glenn's up in the building. What's up, baby? Clocking in. All right, Junior man, have a good one, brother. Have a good one. My man Glenn, what's going on, brother? What's going on? We weren't sleeping on BRL. You missed Monday's chat, Glenn. I had the chart up and everything. We were talking about it. The blockchain cowboy. What's up? That's my dog right there. What's going on, man? Good morning. Yeah, no, we were sleeping on BRL. We were talking about BRL on Monday. Had the charts up and everything. But yeah, the market itself looks absolutely great today, man. It looks like it's turning around this morning. And it definitely looks like it's turning around on the hour. But I tell you, Quant and SPX 6900 are absolutely moving it. Are moving it. Base Queen, good morning. How are you? It's at 401. Well, if we can get there, we'll bring up some of these lower market cap projects here in a minute. Tone Coin's actually moving. I don't got Tone Coin performing that well in this bull market, but it's absolute. It looks like it looks like it wants to move a little bit. It looks like it wants to move a little bit today. It's dropped all the way down the chart. The other one that we were talking about a lot here before, that actually made a strong move to the upside, and we talked about this on Monday. Is hype, right? Hydro Liquid hype. We talked a little bit about this, and where are we at today with it? Right here, Hyper Liquid, right? Sitting at number 12. We talked a lot about this. It's sitting at $35.63. We talked about this at $17, right? We started to talk about this at $17. We started to look at it, and I kept saying to you guys, I think that this project has a lot of legs to it because it operates like a centralized exchange and a decentralized platform, right? And this is what people want. And when you look at the longs that were put in on Bitcoin, right? The big, huge longs that were put in on Bitcoin that everybody talks about. This is the platform they were using was Hydro Liquid, right? Ticker name Hype, right? So this thing right here has absolutely started to grow legs and move because a lot of people are using this for their longs, their shorts, and even their spot crypto, right? And a lot of the projects over here have been actually going over to Hyper Liquid, setting up liquidity pools over here, and which has really worked out well for a lot of projects. And you look at this thing, and this thing has absolutely just skyrocketed. And this is what people wanted. This is what people were asking for, which is why I thought that it was going to take off. People want to utilize a decentralized platform that looks and feels like a centralized platform. And that's what Hydro Liquid brings. But the difference is it brings it on its own layer 1 blockchain, right? So this isn't a layer 2. It's not, just a spin-off of another chain. This is literally a layer 1 blockchain. So, you're doing it all on your own layer 1, which I think is the way of the future for traders. I'm just pissed off because I can't use it where I live, right? It's blocked from where I live. So pullbacks happening. You may get some. You may get some. And when we look at, I'll show you guys kind of what I'm looking at when it comes to Bitcoin and the rest of it, because the market's going to go how Bitcoin goes right now. Like the market's going to ride how Bitcoin rides right now, right? First thing, you come over here and you look at Bitcoin's RSI. It's way oversold right now, but you have Bitcoin over here sitting in this ascending channel, right? Ascending channels are never great. It's not something everybody loves to see them. I love to see them too. That's where you make your money. But there's one thing that always happens with an ascending channel, right? It's always going to break. It's always going to break to the downside 90% of the time, right? When you get an ascending channel, 9 times out of 10, it's going to break. It's going to break to the downside at some point, right? So that's all right. When we look at where Bitcoin sits right now, and it looks like it's been riding up through here, right? You can see it playing with the bottom of this ascending channel that it was in, right? So when if this thing can't hold up inside of this channel, but when you look at it, you see Bitcoin's prices. Let me back up. When Bitcoin's prices is going up, the RSI is going down, right? So people are selling, this is bearish divergence, right? Which means as this thing continually goes up, it's starting to lose steam, right? It's starting to lose its momentum. It's starting to lose steam. So inevitably, when that happens, what's going to end up happening is this thing's going to fall outside of this ascending channel, right? So where does it go? So at some point, you're probably looking at a Bitcoin coming back down to like 102, right? You look at these levels, you go, okay, 102 kind of makes sense right here. Right here, 102 kind of makes sense. If it can't hold on to there, maybe, well, actually 106 makes sense here. My bad. 102 kind of makes sense here. So there's these 2 spots right here that kind of make sense for Bitcoin to kind of fall back to. But this right here is not what you want to see. You don't want to see this ascending channel and then your RSI starting to go down, because this is momentum right here. This RSI is momentum, and this is price, and you're starting to divert. So we shall see. We shall see. There definitely could be a pullback, but I don't think it's going to be a huge pullback. A pullback to 5 or 10% isn't the end of the world. You need this pullback in order for this market to go to the upside, right? You need this oversold period to come off and start to turn to overbought, right? So in order for that to happen, you got to kind of lose some of this steam right here. You got to kind of lose some of this channel. So I think a pullback is probably going to come. It's just a matter of where it stops. Maybe 106. I got 106, and then we take off again, right? So what's going on at the Bitcoin conference, guys? Because that is what is up. That is what is up. They got the Bitcoin conference going on right now over there in Vegas, and they're talking crypto, baby. They're talking crypto over there, right? The big suits are over there, the big ties are over there. How the Bitcoin conference has changed from normies just going over there and hanging out to people, like President Trump over there last year, Vice President Vance over there this year, Senator Loomis over there this year, the crypto czar over there this year, and how this conference has just changed from just normies over there hanging out and talking Bitcoin to all of these big, huge players over there. You got Van Eck over there. You got BlackRock over there. You have all of these major players sitting over there talking about what? Talking about Bitcoin, talking about crypto, talking about the markets, right? So, you got the crypto czar over there, and they're talking about possibly acquiring Bitcoin. Well, for the strategic reserve, they're talking about acquiring 1 million Bitcoin, right? So that's huge, right? And you got Senator Loomis over there. She's over there saying, there's two things that she talked about that are very important for cryptocurrency and for the movement of cryptocurrency as far as price action goes. She talked about the Bitcoin strategic reserve and how this has got the backing of the president and it's moving through the Senate, right? And they're talking about buying like a million Bitcoin, right, over a course of a period of time, right? So they don't just come in and drop a million Bitcoin. It's over a course of time, right? So here it is, right? So they're talking about that, and then they're talking about possibly putting some guardrails up for crypto, some crypto regulation that they want done by August. And then they're talking about the stablecoin bill, which they want done by August too, and she believes that this will be on the agenda on Monday for a vote, and Loomis is leading the charge for that. I think the stablecoin bill is so important for cryptocurrency because that's what's going to bring institutional investors flooding in here. That's what's going to bring your banks flooding into the market. That's what's going to bring all of these people flooding into the market because they're all want stable coins. You've seen, we talked about on here the other day where JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and I forget the third bank, we're all looking to collaborate on a possible stable coin. And that would be huge, but obviously they're not going to do it before these cryptocurrency regulations for stable coins come out, right? Going to be absolutely huge. Yes, that will cha-ching, right? So now we're talking cha-ching, baby. If these things can all pass, right? And when you look at the Bitcoin strategic reserve, if they're talking about locking this Bitcoin up for at least 20 years, right? And then they're talking about possibly selling some gold, that they have in that Fort Knox over there to buy Bitcoin as well. Is there any gold in Fort Knox? I don't know. Nobody's been over there for a long time. Did we sell all that? Well, where is all that? But you got Loomis over here. They did great. You have Michael Saylor over here, obviously talking about Bitcoin going to $1 million. So what are we doing? Who cares about BTC? Talk about memes. Talk about memes. We talk about memes. Well, when we talk about memes, you gotta look at it. Some of them are here today, gone tomorrow. I already talked about them. Not a lot of them stay around, but BTC, that's what's running the market. None of this runs without BTC. The BTC crashes, you watch where your meme coins go. Elmo. So here's Bull Run BRL 410. Not bad. Not bad. Continues to move up. My USDC rewards look good, man. From BRL. My USDC rewards look pretty good. Look pretty damn good. Where the hell is Marbits? What's 2-Bit doing over there? Oh boy, come on, 2-Bit. You gotta pump that chart, man. Got a couple green candles on the day. This is a daily chart. Got a couple green candles on the day, but that's a huge, man. You haven't been able to recover from that dump. Somebody dumped the chart. You haven't been able to recover from that. they Base Queen says they found a bunch of IOUs at the at Fort Knox. That wouldn't surprise me at all. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, 2-bit, man. You gotta recover that chart, bro. Look at Brian though. You know, this is one that we talked about a while ago, Brian. And I told you guys I was kind of looking at this thing again and trying to figure out what was going on over there. I like Brian. Brian's up to 2.13 million. It was at 2 million when we looked at it on Monday as well. Brian is absolutely hanging in there right now. I don't know. I told you guys that this is a project right here. It's just, I don't know what it is. I just keep getting drawn back to Brian, right? Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I just think that this project right here is, you know, I don't know. It's just one of these ones I just keep going back to. I just keep going back to it. VVBot. Where's VVBot at? Let's look at where VVBot is. 637.6 mil. I told you guys on Monday, and I stand by it. When we look at VVBot, it's got to get above 700 mil. Hanging around here at 600 and a half, 600 and a half, or you know, a little less. That's not where VVBot needs to be, and it's got to break above the 700 mark. If it doesn't break above the 700 mark here pretty soon, they're gonna have a hard time getting there. They're definitely gonna have a hard time getting there. You know, I mean, you look at it. This is a daily chart. So when you look at it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. It's either traded sideways or down. You know, they have to get above. They have to get above the 700 million, 700K mark. They got to get above 700K, or they're gonna have problem. Because you know, people have short memories when it comes to meme coins. People have short memories, and they're only gonna keep their money locked up for so long before they move on to something else. And who's working on something, Glenn? BRL. We got Stealth AI, right? Stealth AI. Oh, look at that chart. That chart looks like shit. 3044. 3044 right now, sitting at a 306K market cap. That chart looks like dog shit. I like this project, but they're not doing themselves any favors. They're not marketing anything. That chart looks like dog shit, man. What else are we gonna look at? What else are we gonna look at today? Let's look at I don't know. I don't have this one up on my computer. I don't have this one on my computer, so I don't know which one of these are right. TBC. We looked at this one before. TBC. And I don't. Did I bring. I want to make sure that I have the right one. Is it this one? Is it the first one here? Is it this one? No. I looked at this one. We looked at this one before, but I can't remember. I have it saved on my phone, and not on my computer. Which one is it? Which one is it? It's on base. It's this one, I think. I believe it's this one. Queen, is it this one? I would think it is. Yeah. All right. We got the blockchain cowboy over here. Yo, this project, they're actually tokenizing cows, man. You can buy yourself a cow. Tokenizing livestock. Where are we at? 91K, 12.9K in liquidity. Holders 133.5K. Not bad. 24-hour volume, 2.0K. All right, so volume's low. Market cap's good. Almost getting up to 100K. Volume's a little low in the past 24 hours though. But definitely a holder count's good. Liquidity's good. Volume's good. I mean, not volume, but market cap's good. Market cap trying to get to 100K. Looks like they went on a nice run up sideways. It's today's killing you. It's the past 24 hours with that red candle right there. Got to start eating that one up, and then you guys be all right. But yeah, it's just the past 24 hours. If you could have, that red candle right there is hurting you a little bit, but not bad. Not a bad looking chart. Yeah, I believe that we're going to be in a super cycle, right? Like I think everybody's looking for a 30-40% pullback, and I don't think you're going to get it. I don't think you're going to get it. I think you're going to get a pullback, but it's going to be a slight pullback. I don't think you're going to get a 30% pullback like everybody thinks. I think people look at these altcoins, right? And they look at it like there's really no money to be made. There's a shit ton of money to be made in altcoins, and they're less risky. I tell everybody, only 3% of your portfolio should be in these low market caps. Everything else should be put in more secure place. We're working on it. Yeah, this is a new project, so it's coming. I like the market cap though, sitting at 91.8K. You're teetering right around that 100K market cap. I like that. I like that. Crack that 100K, and it changes things if you can hold it. If you can hold that 100K, and then if you can get up there and hold that 500,000. A lot of times on these chains, you don't really get a lot of degens really coming into your market caps $1 million or better. When you're $1 million or better, that's usually when you start to see a lot of your degens that don't play around on launch pads. That's usually when they come in. That's usually when we get it. Let's see, what else are we going to look at today from a degens perspective? That's about it. Anybody else got any tokens? What other tokens we got going on? Because we don't got any more tokens. We're gonna move on over to look at Pepe's chart. Brian's there. Crash there. We were all about Crash for a minute. Debbie, we were all about Debbie for a minute. It looks good. BB Bot doesn't look good. Fucking BB Bot and Stealth AI. They're screwing me over right now. But we'll see what's up. The blockchain cowboy will be $1 million. I tell you, once you get to $1 million, that's when you really start to get the degens that don't really know about you because they're not on these launch pads and things like that. They're not in them low degenerate communities. Once you get above 1 million and you can hold it, usually that's where you start to see them come in, and they're usually bigger buyers, right? They're usually bigger buyers. Where's our total 3 at? This is minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. Where are we at, Ken? Where are we at with our total 3 at? 901 billion in the rest of your minus Bitcoin, minus Ethereum. Minus Bitcoin, minus Ethereum. This is where all the rest of your altcoins sit in meme coins. 901 billion compared to $3.47 billion, right? So there's your 63% of Bitcoin right there. Bitcoin runs the market. Chainlink, 597, 1597. We're gonna get to $16 today. Yo, we could got a resistance point above it, so definitely could. Look at Popcat. I like Popcat. I trade Popcat. Look at the 200-day moving coming straight down. The 200-day moving average. And look at it. It popped on it, and boom, boom, boom. It just got wrecked coming off of that. At 46 cents right now, coming off of that 200-day moving average, it just got wrecked. XRP just keeps bouncing off of this 200-day moving. It can't bust. It can't bust through. It just can't bust through. It's in a tough spot right now. It's spot ETFs. They need a spot ETFs. They need that liquidity. They need that liquidity move. Stealth AI it might be dropping some utilities, but they need to get out there and let people know. They need to let people know that they're out there, because right now their marketing is about next to shit, which is diarrhea. They can drop all the utilities they want, but nobody knows they're there. They might as well not exist. That's pissing me off about Stealth AI right there. Where is Pi? Where's my boy Pi at? It was at 60 cents this morning. My boy Pi. Where's my boy Pi at? We love us some pie around here. $0.74, baby. Look at that. Look at that big mountain that went on right there in the last 24 hours. Woo. Come on, Pi. Let's go. I hope you guys are all mining Pi. Make sure you KYC. Make sure you KYC. Don't wait till the last minute to KYC. Make sure you KYC for Pi. Well, I wanted to look at Pepe. We'll get off here in a minute. Pepe sitting at 40138 right now. Trying to hold on to that 4014. Pepe's looking good, man. Pepe's looking good. Look at that setup. Look at that. Look at that setup for Pepe right there. Just trading sideways. We've been through this before with Pepe. Look at it. Traded sideways. Traded sideways. If you pull this thing back, we've been here before. Look at that sideways action right there, and then that straight move to the upside. We've been here with Pepe. Sideways, 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 boom, explosion. Pull back. Sideways, 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 explosion. And then here we are. Sideways, sideways, sideways. You know you're going to get an explosion. You know you're going to get an explosion. Pie. You love pie, Elmo. You love pie. But yeah, so look at that. Explosion. Pepe is just exploding. But yo, here's the one, man. I'm gonna tell you again, and I'm gonna tell you again and again. Look at where SPX 6900 is now. It just broke $1. It's 101 right now. We told you about this. Me and Scottish were beating this into your head right up in here, 30-something cents. You need to own this. It's over $1 right now, 101. Look at it's absolutely moving. This was a token that was set up. It had the exact same setup as Pepe, and we said this thing's gonna go. It's gonna go. And when it went, it's going. It's going good. Like this thing is moving. And this is a low risky play. It's in the top 100. And when you look at it on the day, it's up another 2% on the hour. But when you look at it on a day, 10.4%. Just absolutely on a rocket ship. And Quant's still hanging in there, up, another 8.2%, 118, starting to come down a little bit, pull back just a little bit this morning, but we'll see where it goes. But yo, SPX 6900, 10.4%. That's a 10.4% move in 24 hours on a top 100 token. What a top 100 mean? That's a big move. Where's virtuals at? $2.37. Not doing too bad. Virtuals isn't doing too bad. Down right now. Down on the day. Where's it at on the hour? Not terrible. Again, we'll see where virtuals goes as well. Virtuals is one of the only launch pads that actually got a token tied to it. Big move for them. Come over here. Take a look at this stuff right here. Popcat down. We looked at Popcat. Arbitron. Arbitron's that sleeping giant, man. I keep telling you guys about Arbitron. Arbitron. Sleeping giant. It's only at 41 cents, up another penny this morning. Sleeping giant. Just continues to be in the top 4. Aerodrome Finance. Let's see where it's 58 cents, man. That thing taking a shitter, man. Come on, Aerodrome. Where you at, baby? Got money in you. Where you at? H-bar's good. AVAX is looking good. Where are we at on the hour? We're on a day. Where are we at this morning? Looking a lot better this morning. Ondo looking better this morning. 95 cents. Ondo's got to get over $1. It's got to start building support at $1. Jasmine's looking good this morning. IMX. There's the other one that we told you guys about. IMX. Told you guys about this thing like, I don't know, as soon as it got its Wells notice. Doing absolutely phenomenal. Trump will be richer than he's ever been. Yeah, Trump's about to get extremely rich, and they're about to raise, what was it, 200 million to buy Bitcoin on his crypto platform. Trump's about to be billions of dollars ahead in cryptocurrency, and that's why they're pushing it. But the thing about it is I don't mind, as long as he's pushing it in the right direction. It is what it is. Like, we're never going to compete with that money. We just need a bite of the pie, right? So if he's pushing it in the right direction and it gives us a bite of that pie, then, so be it, right? I mean, obviously, we're just trying to set up generational wealth for our families, right? So if he's pushing our generational wealth in the right direction, so be it, right? I only get mad when they mess with our money, right? I need him to go ahead and buy that 1 million Bitcoin. That's what I need. I need him to go ahead and buy that, right? Spread the wealth. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like you're never going to be able to compete with people like BlackRock and people like Trump and people like Van Eck and people, like that. You're just not going to be able to compete with the lizard people, right? Them are the lizard people that we talk about, right? You're not going to compete with them, right? When it comes to money and investments, right? But if you can play off of them and you can get your own bite of the pie, right? Your own little bite, and set you and your family up, and then that's all you should be asking for. Uh, yeah, Trump needs to stay off social media though. He does, man. Trump needs to stay off social media. Like that man has the ability to tank the markets in a day. In a day. Um, you know, and that's the problem is he doesn't know how to be quiet, right? That's half of the problem is he doesn't know how to be quiet. But he's pumping the markets and dumping the markets, right? So some tweets and some Truth Social posts you look at and you're like, yo, cool, man, pump the fucking market, right? And some of them you look at it and you're like, Jesus, man, would you just be quiet? SEI is one that we haven't looked at in a while. 22 cents. I told you guys, I think SEI and Pice are going to be the back half of the bull run. They're both going to run. They're going to run strong. They're going to do really well back half of the super cycle. I think that they'll hit their peak and they're going to do well. But we're going to get out of here this morning. Quant's pulling back just a little bit. 118. Expect that pullback to about 117, 116, and expect the next move up if we're going to get it. So, but all right, guys, we're going to get up out of here this morning. Looked at some low market caps, looked at some big market caps, talked a little bit of trash, and looked at the market. Market looks absolutely great today. Watch out for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin conference day 2. JD Vance is the lead speaker, Vice President of the United States, I believe, in the end of the conference. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for his remarks. I think that they'll be pretty good. They'll be pro crypto. They'll be good. Be prepared for that. And then be also look for the FOMC meeting minutes to come out today. See if there's any signs of any type of rate cut in their discussion. If there's any signs of any type of rate cut in their discussion at their meeting, expect these markets to absolutely take off. Fuck. He says, "Fuck pie." He may need that KY jelly. Someone says he says F pie. He may need that KY, man. Oh man, no problem, Michael. Man, it's always a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh man, yo, that KY ain't no joke when it comes to that pie, baby. Yo, but we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday morning, same time, same bat location. Do what we gotta do, man. Love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Market looks good today. Be ready. I think me and Selmo talked about it for a little bit. I think that we are in the middle of that super cycle, guys. We're gonna have that super cycle. I think with everything that's coming our way, as far as cryptocurrency goes, you got pro crypto regulations that are coming out, stablecoin bills that are coming out. You have pro crypto. You got a pro crypto regime right now. You have the SEC chair that's pro crypto. You have the ISO 2022 tokens that are about to explode. You have the banking system that's about to come on board. You have RWAs that are absolutely about to go off when it comes to when it comes to real world tokenized assets and really starting to trade, be able to trade treasuries and bonds and stocks, stuff on chain. All of that stuff is about to take off. And we have Blockchain Cowboy that was in here today. We talked a little bit about his project, and he's tokenizing livestock. He's tokenizing cows. Yeah, some people may get on board and love that. Some people may not. But the bottom line is, here's what it is. He's tokenizing an asset, right? He's tokenizing something. And that's really what real world tokenized assets are all about, right? So when you look at these sectors, you got to know that these sectors are going to explode, right? And hey, even Blockchain Cowboy, it's a small project, but that thing, when you look at it, it could blow up. It's all about tokenizing your assets and tokenizing things that you do on an everyday basis. So I really like where everything's going. I really like where this market's headed today. BTC is running the market right now. This market will go as BTC goes. So if you want to know how the market's performing today, just look at how BTC's performing. It'll drive the rest of the market as of right now. So with that, guys, we are going to get up out of here. We're going to get up out of here for the day. We'll be back at you guys on Friday morning, and we'll be doing this all over again. Hopefully Friday morning we'll be in the middle of a pump and we'll be ready to go. We'll get ready for that super cycle, guys, because it's going to come. And when it comes, don't get caught with your pants down. Don't get caught with your pants down, and don't get caught with your bags empty. So with that, guys, we up out of here, and we'll see you guys on Friday. Have a great one. Be safe, be smart, and make sure you secure your crypto. Bye.